Hi, it's Marina the Soul Alchemist. It's time to pick your own card weekly guidance for the 4th through to the 10th of November. So happy November. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we are 2 months away from the end of 2024. What is going on? Oh my God. Anyway, so if you haven't tuned into these cards, I am using the Akashic Oracle card deck, first of all, which is a modality in a box. Comes with a key, which you can turn into a pendulum to activate karmic healing. And it also comes with a masterclass to get you started, and they come free, they're bonuses. So if you want to know more about the deck, then click the link in the description below. And if you've got any questions, please do come back to me. So if you've not had a chance to tune in, I want you to tune into cards 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going to reveal the messages, themes, and energies supporting you over the next 7 days. I would encourage you to listen to all cards. We do have a bonus card, which is about relationships this week. But I encourage you to listen to all cards because they give you a fuller, kind of complete picture for your whole week. So it's like you're getting this mini reading every week if you are subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, please do hit subscribe. And if you're not on my email list, then maybe get on that as well, because these messages get sent straight to your inbox at 10:30 UK time every week. So usually I tend to have a little bit of a theme that is running through all of these cards. And you know what? That's not the case this week. They all are quite separate, but they will, as a whole, bring, I guess, the best kind of balance and peace and harmony and alignment for your week. I'd say card 3 and the bonus card are quite similar. There's an element of theme that kind of comes through there, but the bonus card is about relationships this week, which of course can be a relationship to ourselves, but there's definitely a nod to relationships with those around us as well, whether that's work, business, intimate relationships, family relationships. Okay, so if you pick card 1 as your main card, this is the thing that you've got to bring into your experience, bring into your everyday, if possible, to get the most alignment. And you know what? We need a bit of this. And this is actually the messages for this week really kind of they move on really beautifully from last week. Like last week was a lighter week, which is interesting because we've just had Samhain. We've had Scorpio new moon, which can, feel quite intense. But we had a lighter week in terms of the cards. Now, whether that actually transpired for you or not, let me know in the comments. But this card for me continues on that theme of fun and joy. So we can feel like we're in this intensity, and obviously there's always stuff going on planetary, there's always stuff going on with the ascension process and the Schumann resonance and resonance and solar flares, you know what I mean? None of that's going to go away. So it's down to us to take the bull by its horn, as it were, and filter this in for ourselves. Go seek fun and joy. Go connect with your inner child. Go and connect with the grandkids or the children or whatever vehicle you have available for you to have some fun and joy. So there's some real sense of lightness, frivolity, frolicking, anything beginning with the F. Try and factor that into your experience, into your everyday. Just a slither, just a smidgen of fun and joy is going to really help you to just feel in a lighter mood, more high vibrational. I know it's not about high vibe, low vibe. But, if you've been feeling a bit off center recently, or you're feeling that the energies are feeling a little bit intense, then just actively trying to, insert some fun and joy into your everyday, into a moment of the day, is going to help just lift your mood, lift your energy. And of course, it attracts like-minded people. We don't have to do this on our own. We can go and find fun and joy with others as well. And when we are lighting up the room, we're sending out that vibration, we're sending out that light around us, and it's contagious. Not in a like virusy kind of way, but it's infectious, it's magnetic. So how can you bring more fun and joy into your experience? And by default, you bring more fun and joy into other people's experience. And likewise, it might be that you need to seek out people that are more fun and more joyful, because they're going to be more of a beacon to you to feel attracted, feel good around, rather than those that suck the energy, suck the life out of you, and you come away feeling heavy, sad, depressed, low. If you've got any of those kinds of people in your experience and you are spending quite a bit of time with them, then this card is saying go seek some fun and joy, go and get some of those. We don't want to be with the joy killers. We want to be with the is it the fun bobbies? We want to go and seek those out. So bring more fun and joy, more playfulness into your experience, and that is just going to lift your mood. It's just going to really help expand you. So that's card one. Let me know how you're going to bring more fun and joy into your everyday. And of course, if you want to go deeper and you want to have your own one-to-one session, then you can absolutely do that by reaching out to me. You can have a one-off session, or you can do a subscription where you get 4 sessions with me per year, and you literally get 1 session for free if you do it that way. And then it's on a payment plan. It's very affordable, and it's a great way to actually get 4 sessions with me in a year, where I hold space for a whole 12 months. We do 4 lots of oracle readings with Akashic, karmic healing. So let me know if you want to know more about that. It's a great way for being supported in your 2025. Okay, moving on to card 2. We're going to do some little bit of decluttering, and we need to look at our home and environment. Now, we kind of have touched a little bit this on card 1 when I mentioned about looking at those people that you are spending time with and those that drain your energy, because that comes into your environment. So this is about getting, the decluttering. It's about putting new energy into your space, new energy into the home, cleansing and clearing the stagnant energy. Now, that could be cluttered in your corners of the room, in your cupboards, in the drawers that you never go in, that are like the bits and bobs drawer. Or if you're like me, then I have a lot of storage, and there's not much order in the storage. As long as I can shut the door and it looks nice, then my mind is clear. But if you were to open up the door, then yeah, it's it's a bit of a shock, but that's okay because I can't see it. So this is saying, where do we need a bit more order, a bit more space, a bit more cleansing, clearing energy going through the room? And actually, what I'm going to tag at the end of this particular video is the home clearing meditation that I have done already based on this card. So you'll get something that's going to help you to bring in the violet flame of Saint Germain into a room, into a space that doesn't feel very good. And we know when something doesn't feel good in terms of our environment. Most of us have that gift to be able to pick up on the energy in the space. And that might be because of the people that are in the space, but it also might be just that you're picking up on general energy. And it just, it feels heavy, perhaps. It feels thick, it feels dense, it feels sad even. We can cleanse the space. So look out for the meditation at the end there. But that's basically what this card is asking you for, is just pay attention to any particular areas in your environment, within your home. So your environment also can extend to places that you visit often. And it again, because we are changing with the ascension process, our vibration is changing, we're expanding, we're taking on more light, we are making, some maybe more aligned choices and decisions in our experience as well, and in our reality, that we find that certain environments and certain places we used to go, certain coffee shops or pubs or whatever it might have been, are no longer feeling good. We're not getting the same enjoyment that we used to. And that is because our vibration is no longer a like for like match for that space, for that place, or for those people. And that's where we have to make the decision to step out of that, to lovingly let that go, and to find something that's more high vibrational, more, not even high vibrational, but more of a vibrational match to where we are. And that comes in with the fun and joy and that ripple effect, and calling in like-minded people to help bolster our energy. So this is what we're getting with this particular card as well. But this is requiring probably some more direct action that we can actually take within our space. Also, if you want to bring in some really nice, beautiful pieces into your home, you've been thinking about it maybe, a nice crystal, or you want to have a little shift around in the space and change things up a little bit to change the energy. This card is saying it's a really aligned activity to do this week. So let me know how that card resonates. And also, let me know how you get on with the meditation posted at the end, pinned at the end of this video. Go and do that, and it will absolutely support you, bringing in some beautiful energy into your home. Okay, so if you pick card 3 as your main card, this is my card. That's what I didn't even tune in before, and my guides have just said, this is your card. Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's your authentic self. What I'm getting with this particular card is there's just this real sense of peace and ease. So usually what I would get with this is, start to show up more authentically, speak your truth, start to kind of relax into being able to be, more authentic maybe with people, letting the mask slip, so that the true you can actually come through. Because, we can put a mask on, try and maybe tone ourselves down in front of certain people because we feel that we're too much, or that they won't get us. And so in order for us to fit in with certain, like maybe circles of people, then we are somebody that we're not. And that becomes increasingly hard the more that we're on our kind of ascension path, and we're becoming more conscious of who we are at soul level. And we're doing this work, and we're inspired by people that are, maybe doing more spiritual or woo things. It gets harder and harder to put on the mask. It becomes more and more inauthentic. We feel heavier, the more that we have to do it. And so that there comes a point where it's just like, I'm just gonna start showing up, as I am. I'm going to maybe start to share a little bit more about my interests and the path that I'm taking and the things that I'm interested in. And I'm just going to take it and see what people, if people don't like this version of me, then they don't like that version of me. But I'm not going to make it mean anything anymore. Whereas before, we perhaps would be like, feel a bit wounded, or we're worried about criticism or judgment, or maybe even questions. And it's, when people are asking questions, we can take it one or two ways. We can kind of be like, oh, they're interested, and they maybe want to educate themselves a little bit more so they understand where I'm coming from. Or we can take it in the way that, why are they questioning me? Do they not believe me? Are they trying to pick holes in my beliefs or my knowledge, or, this new, this direction that I'm taking? Are they trying to pick holes in it to kind of denounce in some way? So we can take it one or two ways, and that's down to us in terms of how we respond to that. But I would always invite questions as them being curious, and it might not be coming from the ego. It might be more of their soul, be like, maybe nudging them onto the path a little bit. So always take questions or try and see beyond, what their questions are, because sometimes their questions will come from a place of fear, because they might feel that they're losing you. And so, these things that people's responses or reactions can come across in that way because there's fear behind that. And there doesn't have to be. But if we respond with fear, or respond with wounding or hurt, then it kind of keeps the cycle going. So for me, this card is like feeling at peace, really feeling at peace. And it'd be like, I don't need to wear a mask. I'm feeling at peace with myself. So if people do have questions, or people do have a reaction, I'm not bothered. That's the kind of card. That's the energy that I get off this card this week. Is like, I'm at peace with it. And if I'm at peace with it, then that's inviting them to be at peace with it as well, And also, it also invites people to be at peace with themselves, because you're at peace with yourself. And there's not judgment and criticism and like fear that can come in there. So this is about being in your authentic self, being at peace. Now, the other message that I got with this particular card is to go inward. She's got her eyes closed. And so for me, I think there's something around this week about taking time to go inward. And that could be to connecting with your authentic self, with maybe a decision or something you want to get clarity on. This is asking you to go inward to find out what your authentic truth is. And we have to do that from time to time, because we're bombarded with external, like opinions and judgments, and, what's going on in the society, what's going on in the collective, what's going on in the news. And we hear a lot of other people's truths and insights and opinions and things like that, and conditioning and all of that type of stuff. So we have to go inward. We have to go into our mind's eye. We have to go into our heart to ask ourselves, what is my truth? And so I feel that there's a need for that this week with this particular card as well. If you've picked that, what is my truth, without all of the other stuff going on? And that can take some time just to kind of get to that place of stillness to even hear that truth. That takes practice, and that can be done obviously through meditation, through breath work, maybe pulling some cards, automatic writing. It's finding your practice and your way of going inward to hear your truth. For me, pendulum is always good as well, but it's nice to also do the meditation aspects or the breath work to also get to that point as well. So, eyes closed, go inward, hear your truth. Okay, so let me know how these cards are resonating. We're going to move to relationships. Now, for me, there's just one similar message from 3 into the bonus card. Bonus card is about relationships. One of my favorite cards of the deck, wisdom and mastery. She's got her eyes closed. So can you see that here with relationships, maybe again, question with the self, how we move forward, how we get clarity on a decision. We need to connect inwards. We need to find our wisdom and mastery. Our wisdom and mastery comes from our experience, our challenges, how we've overcome our challenges, our resilience, our traumas, our healing, our gifts. That makes up all of our wisdom and mastery. Our soul's journey is our wisdom and mastery. And of course, it's all held in the Akashic records. How do we hear that wisdom and mastery? How do we tune into that? We go inward. We close our eyes. We have to close our eyes. We don't have to. But if we want to even just close off the distractions around you to tune into the third eye, take your gaze to the third eye and focus on that point. Or take your inward gaze to your heart. Imagine yourself going into your heart chamber, into your heart chakra, and operating, moving, kind of connecting in from that point. Go inward to find your wisdom and mastery. Of course, you'll have lots of external examples of your wisdom and mastery, because you'll have people reflecting things back, your job, what you do, what people will say, how they would describe you in 3 words. that is going to give you your wisdom and mastery in a very quick way. So you get this reflected back to you. You get the feedback. You see where you've got natural confidence, or you've grown in confidence with certain skills and gifts and talents, because you've done them over and over and over again. You're very practiced at them. So that is your wisdom, that is your mastery. But sometimes we have to go inward to connect to a deeper wisdom and mastery. And this is connected to relationships. So there might be something that you've got to connect to for yourself, relationship to self, where you want to bring your wisdom and mastery into the fore. And that could be within your business. And it's like, okay, what wisdom and mastery do I need to extend to my community as a new service, perhaps? How can I shine my light in a bigger way in other people's communities? So that's maybe from a business or work perspective. But there's the relationship also with your family, relationship with partner. And so there could be something that comes up this week that requires you to go inward to discern what the answer is, to discern what the direction is, or the solution to that. Maybe that challenge, or there might be a bit of conflict, or it's how to promote and grow and expand and deepen and nourish that relationship further. How do I do that? What do I need to do here or be? Feel, sense. This is where we need to tune into ourselves again, access the wisdom and mastery that's within you, which is within the Akashic records. And then there is an element of speaking that out, because they've got all of this wisdom and mastery, that light at the throat chakra. And, that really connects in with the authentic self. There's a lot of blue in that card. So it's about expression. May not be ready to express just yet, because the mouth isn't open, but it's definitely connecting with that wisdom and mastery. And it might be that you're just mulling it over, waiting for the right time for you to then express that. And that also could be with, say with business or work, that wisdom and mastery. Again, it might be just biding your time, sitting with it, working with it, because there is movement in this, before you actually express it, communicate it, share it. So, interesting week. Let me know how these cards are resonating. So fun and joy, make sure that there's elements of that being filtered in, maybe some inner child connection going on there. Definitely seeking out those fun, bobby people around you. Home and environment, how can you bring some more fresh energy into your home, or into your space, or into places which you visit a lot, into the environment. Being at peace with yourself, going inward to connect with your authentic self, and really bringing an element of peace in who you are and who you be at this time. And if that is coming forward in like relationships with other people, it's inviting them to also be in their authentic self as well, and being at peace with that. And wisdom and mastery, relationships. So both of these cards are about going inward. Okay, what a fabulous week. So look out for the meditation, which is the home clearing kind of like activity that will be posted here at the end on the screen. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you want to either get your own deck of cards or have a one-to-one with me and get supported for a whole 12 months, then please do reach out. So have a fabulous week, love and blessings, and I'll speak to you soon.